Trampoline competition is getting to a level that I'm like, I'm so happy I retired.
If you didn't have those double bouncers, you couldn't go anywhere on this thing. You would just be jumping and pushing and nothing would happen.
This is the type of stuff when I'm like creating videos, like I would love to be doing.
I would never even do this into a foam pit, and he's doing it on an above ground trampoline into a double tug.
To this like just playing,
Yep.
which is so cool to see. Ball out, come back.
This one was a little close.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another special episode of Tramp and Trampwall Performers React. I am once again joined by Greg Penn and Jake Hinga.
Woo.
Let's get into it.
You doubted me, oh yeah. Hate on me, I don't care.
Matsumoto Yusei. So I've just seen this clip like very recently.
I think I did see this.
Trampoline competition is getting to a level that I'm like, I'm so happy I retired. Like you have no idea. And so this kid from Japan is throwing a routine with over, like I don't remember, like 7 triples and then finish with like a Miller plus, so 4 twists at the end. But his first trick is a triple pike with 2.5 twists at the end. Like I don't think I've ever seen that trick before. And you just keep on going. And Japan is coming too, and we've seen it at your competition, Jake, last year already in the trampoline industry. Also competition trampoline, which I think is like any other rebound disciplines really. Like I need to get there, like this year or the next.
Tell me when you go. We'll go do some joint stuff. Man, like what I really enjoy about this particular routine is his control over the twisting elements as well. Like it's not just triffs and half triffs. To go Randy out, Rudy out there, another Rudy out there, and then all the massive twists he's doing at the end.
Yeah, he does not have a lot of time to spot.
Yeah, it's so dizzying.
Yeah, and so you just wonder like which trick is the one where you rest for a bit, you know? There's
Right.
like pretty much nowhere to breathe in there.
And he's from Japan as well, you said?
Yeah.
God dang. Yeah, it seems like they just like, they find something and then they just obsess over it until they become like the best they can possibly be. It's kind of like in their culture.
And what's interesting too is the rules change in the competition settings. So now triples are way more value difficulty-wise. And so that's why you see those guys trying those routines that are like way harder than before.
Yep.
And they're usually shorter than me, stronger than me. So I'm good where I'm at now. On the couch watching them with you guys.
Dude, exactly how I feel, exactly how I felt watching the Trampwall competition last year and just being like, I'm so glad I don't ever have to audition against someone a third of my age and 3 times better than I could ever be. All right, let's see a next clip. Okay, so this is Forrest Fry doing some very unorthodox Trampwall.
Nice. Nice.
It's like he's a dolphin.
That looks like a dolphin.
It's so cool.
Where is this at?
It's in the UK somewhere. I get the impression he was a free runner, but I don't know this person. But yeah, that particular skill is really interesting. And there's another clip of him as well that I'd like to show you guys.
These the roll-ups.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can see that this wall is matted.
Yeah.
And that's terrifying. Like it makes sense when you see it. I've done sideways rolls on walls and it's just scary as hell every single time. And this guy's like, I'm gonna do a roll bomb and duck it over.
You know what's cool about that though is seeing people playing with the wall too.
Yeah. It's very different.
Like, because even Trampwall now with competitions happening and contests happening, you start to see some kind of similarities in routines and what tricks are hot right now. But then you have all this community to just like just playing, which is so cool to see.
Yeah.
Because a lot of things come from just playing.
Yeah, and it helps keep Trampwall interesting and fresh every time it's not in that regimented code of points.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of in snowboarding, the knuckle huck competition.
Yeah.
Like it's like people were tired of like, okay, it's 1080, now it's 1260. Like they just kept adding numbers.
Yeah.
And they're like, let's just see some people do some weird stuff where they're like not rotating, but rotating.
Yep.
And yeah, I think that's kind of like where people are like wanting to get a lot of value from the entertainment
Remember
standpoint.
Leon, your competition last year?
Yeah.
Like he had that effect on a lot of people that were watching. It was like, what is that? Like we've never seen that
It's
before.
like avant-garde Trampwall.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to talk about this one a little bit. I'm excited about this one. So for those of you who don't know, this is an Apple AirPods commercial for Bounce, or they call it Bounce. This is in 2019. This commercial was legendary. It actually was nominated for an Emmy. And for the longest time, I was like, how did they shoot this? I wanted to know everything. Like, this is the type of stuff when I'm like creating videos, like I would love to be doing. After we watch it, there's a video that breaks down a little bit and you see how they built some of these props and things, so.
I'm just looking at everything and trying to figure out what's a hidden trampoline at this point, which apparently is everything.
How much of CGI they use in that?
Like that was my first thought, was like most of this was CGI and green screen. Like they're just kind of like wiping wiping it out. But a lot of it, when you look at it, is actual practical effects and art that they did to hide some of these things. This one's easy because they can just hide it underneath, right? This one's pretty standard. It's just like put the trampoline a little bit lower. But this one's the one that got the most reaction, right? So like you take a camera, you put it there, then you rotate it 90 degrees and you have him do a falling back from his butt.
Clever of them to tie your hair back so that it's not just going anti-gravity hair.
Johan Bourgois, who you guys I'm sure are familiar with, he's got a clip everyone's seen, which is like a staircase circular thing in a museum where he's falling and super artistic. Johan kind of helped with this project. The director's name is Oscar, I believe. His work looks incredible. And then this next clip came out on Oscar's Instagram channel, I think. And this kind of shows some of the breakdowns. So you can see the set of like, they use those like Bosu ball things for the almost like cement circles, and they would like put carpeted like sheets over trampolines and like get it to like flub with the thing. So they had like so many things here. This is obviously the shot with the bench at 90 degrees.
So cool. That's when you put effort in a project too.
Yeah. I wonder, because it's all in black and white, I wonder if in real life they had like different shades to mark like this is actual ground. This is where you need to jump if you don't want to break your knees kind of thing. Those are stunt pigeons. There's no way a pigeon would just be chilling.
And it's crazy too, the set that they built in this was huge. Like it was a massive warehouse where they had like all these things. The pole obviously was like a huge thing on a stunt. Basically he grabs it and then the full thing comes down. But it's like you think it might be just something and then they just like green screen or CGI it all, but a lot of it was like practical effects. Like there you can see it just lump down.
That's so cool.
That all of us wanted to be that guy. Why didn't cast me?
Yeah.
I could have done this and that too.
Oh yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like
it
was
massive.
Because they had the trampolines, they had to hide them underneath the ground. So they had to create an entire floor that's 6 feet up. And then everything that's bouncy is underneath it.
So tricky.
And like, look how real that looks just straight from that.
Man, I love that they also used the Spanish tricking community's beach ball submerged bounce technique. Damn, that's cool.
This is the hardest trampoline gymnastics routine ever competed.
Ruben. So
oh yeah, this kid's a monster.
He's amazing. So I mean, you probably heard about him, but USA national team, double mini, crazy talented acrobat, and also like hyper performer in the 3 disciplines, like double mini, tumbling, and trampoline. And that routine that he just executed here is completely nuts. And if you see, talking about how you can save your stamina for the end,
so
like
you
it's
can
coming right
that.
here, you decide to put your full
as a 10th
on the
trick.
10th trick at the end of a crazy routine and finish with a smile on.
Yeah.
That's very impressive.
Trying to like calculate how many flips and twists he does in 10 bounces.
He does it for you on that clip, actually.
Actually, thanks for the math. Disgusting. No, Ruben's a machine.
He is.
The first time I ever met him, he came to Circus Center and he was like, hey, how does a toilet bowl work? Like, I've always seen it, but I never understood it. And I just explained it and showed him one. He's like, oh, does it perfectly on the first try. I'm just like,
Okay.
Then he starts adding more flat spins and more twists. I'm just like, I'm gonna find something tall to jump
that
off. You're that guy. But no, he's amazing. I hope he gets to the next Olympics and gets a shot to prove all the things we already know he's amazing at.
Yeah, me too.
Quad stuck.
What do you think of the Faceoff thing?
I think it's amazing.
So sick.
Yeah.
I love Faceoff.
For those who don't know, Faceoff's like kind of like what I've been trying to do with the Trampwall competitions, but they're trying to approach it like gymnastics and tumbling and trampoline. It's always been very regimented. Like you have to look a certain way, you do the skills. It's all like this is the scoring. And so Faceoff is kind of like this new competition environment that they're doing out in Denmark, and they're adding fire and they're like putting tumble tracks to double minis and double minis to trampolines, and they're just like, let's just make things interesting and push the athletes in a new way. And I think it's really exciting because it's bringing a little bit more interest to the sport and creating more of a culture for like normal everyday people to appreciate it.
Agreed.
And they sell out every
And they sell,
year.
they're in arenas.
The whole arena is
like crazy.
selling out.
I just wanted to bring it up and talk about it because obviously it's a new show. I would love to hear like your guys' thoughts. I've heard it's the same director as the Curios show. This is Ludo, which is the Vedante show in Mexico.
Yeah, Michelle Laprise directed it. And yeah, both of Cirque's collaborations in Mexico with Vedanta. This one's in Nuevo Nayarit, which is pretty close to Puerto Vallarta.
Yeah.
But yeah, a different take on the Curios Acronet. And I love all the flat
spinny
spins
stuff.
and crazy toilet bowl type tricks.
Yeah.
A bunch of people who were in The Beatles' Love are in this show.
Yeah.
And Sam Sandell is in this.
Sam Softitch.
Softitch, Yarnur,
George with his
George
quad.
Hobson. Yeah, right. The quad tuck.
Yeah.
Yura doing full in on full out and things like that. Yeah, no, actually, as someone who really has zero interest in performing, when I saw these clips come out, I was like, damn it.
Yeah.
I need to make a demo.
Yeah.
It was a really cool moment. I mean, obviously, it was like the peak of the show when I watched it. I don't want to spoil anything, but
Oh, I think I know.
I'm biased anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I love me some Acronet. Like the way they twisted a bit the tricks
Mm-hmm.
and went more of like a less traditional tricks and off-axis stuff. I was like, nah, I like that. And it gets high. Like
Yeah.
that grade up there, at some point,
They go
one of
up
the
through
jumper
it.
just disappeared.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that was very trippy, even though you kind of expect it to happen when that person doesn't come back down. You're like, what happened?
Yeah.
Oh, you lose your mind.
Yeah.
If that's your first Acronet ever, you
Yeah.
lose your mind for sure.
I think the biggest thing that is impressing me too is like, because they did Messi has it's not
Oh, yeah.
quite the Acronet, but it's similar vibes.
yeah.
They have Curios. It's like a lot of people tend to go up and they're just like, I'm just gonna do traditional flips and twists.
Yeah.
And it's so like you can do so much more. And this is where they're really taking advantage of like holding these shapes, going flat spins, going to stomach in ways that a lot of other acts were not going in. Like even that, just hitting a position and like going around, like
Yeah.
looks so fun.
And it reads to an audience as well. Like
Yeah.
you could do like full in Randy out or something, and people would be like, he spun
Yeah.
a couple times. But with that, they're like, oh, he's
Twisting
chilling.
works well too.
Mm-hmm. Especially with those costumes.
Yerner is
Oh.
like a crazy twister,
Yeah,
and he
no
had a great
kidding.
reaction. The flat spins, obviously, but the spin works too.
One last note with these types of Acronet things, though, is like you have to be so dialed for people who have never seen one or been on one. You have to be so dialed from the double bouncer standpoint. Like all the people have to be in sync, and if one person pushes late or off, you'll feel that tug and get shot in that direction, which is not a fun feeling, especially when you realize that there is a grid up there, and if you're going to travel potentially into it, that can be really disastrous. So
Yeah.
My friend Mathieu at Curious was always saying he's the artist coach and he helped creating this number too. He was saying that the flyers learn pretty quick if you have a good background in acrobatics, but the pushing part is definitely the hardest part of it.
Interesting.
Like to say what you were saying.
I've always found that like when we were doing it with DD Squad, most of the time it's like it's almost better for everyone to be wrong together than for one person to be wrong. So it's almost like you want a pushing captain that everyone's kind of like keeping in their peripherals and they're trying to sync up with one person and everyone's looking towards that person, then everyone just trying to do their own thing to the flyer.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's interesting. It's also worth noting with this, if you didn't have those double bouncers, you couldn't go anywhere on this thing. You would just be jumping and pushing and nothing would happen. But also in this particular clip, you can see that net is virtually transparent from above.
Yeah.
So the depth perception and the timing is such an interesting, that's got to be weird to get used to.
Yeah, and
as a
Curious, they
flyer.
talk to each other. They give each other some hop,
Like
but
kill
not
or
necessarily to
build.
kick out, but like to know when the net is coming. Mirko, so segue, because Mirko just did a practice round at Acronet at Curious in his home country of the Netherlands.
Oh.
So we're throwing down. So Mirko is a very good acrobat. He's competing for the Netherlands, but he's also competing for the FTA, Freestyle Trampoline Association. He's very talented, super air awareness. And I like that he's doing those things because back then we used to have 3 tricks competition or 2 tricks competition in
the
official
free vault.
competition.
Yeah.
And so you could just throw down, and finally trampolinist traditional could like send like some
Stupid tricks, yeah.
Exactly. And so he does this stuff here, and that trick, full Rudy, I think is something, and I know we talked about the Japanese kid earlier, but just like picturing it in your head, I don't think that's really possible until you really in the trick doing it. And you decide, okay, I can throw that 540 at the end kind of vibe.
Yeah, to me, it would make the most sense to approach it as Barani full or
Brani full,
double
Brani Miller.
full. Yeah, Barani Miller,
Brani
essentially.
Miller, yeah.
Which sounds reasonable until I would actually try it. I would never even do this into a foam pit. And he's doing it on an above ground trampoline into a double tug.
And the thing with that big trick, you don't have time to spot really.
Yeah, you just...
And I'm sure if you ask him, he's going to say, no, I know. I spot.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
really, you don't, man.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Someone
It's
took
like,
a flashlight and did this.
There,
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, Milko, tell us, did you spot or are you just
Did
feeling
you
it?
spot, Mirko?
Do it on the Acronet next time.
I I wanted to see an act. This one, they just finished. Luke and Amanda were on a contract with Flick Flack in Germany. And it was a bit interesting of a setup. I don't know if you guys have seen the full act yet or the setup. There's a couple different things for people who don't know going on in the Trampwall world that's a little unusual. Like they showed up and the very top is I think 17 feet, which is like almost never happening other than MJ1 and OVO. And then they have a floating trampoline that's a black bed. Yeah, it's just a very unusual, it's like a hybrid of OVO and MJ1 basically, but like not as much production budget behind it. So it's a little sketchier.
It looks so cool.
Yeah, I like all the grips from OVO on the wall and then the floating tramp, but not at such a prohibitive height like MJ. It looks like you could have a lot of fun, especially going tramp without having to fear for your life constantly.
Are they mostly Trampwall guys? Yeah, most of them are.
Honestly, not. Luke was obviously the most experienced one, but I was hearing from some of them that a lot of the cast is not that huge. So it's like for them to just show up and they're like, here's a 17-foot wall, nice big Rudy from the top.
Yeah.
I think one guy was a straight trampolinist. I think it's the other guy that's sharing the middle trampoline with Luke there. You'll see they do like a middle pass eventually where they go to both trampolines.
That's got to be tricky because the cutout sort of ledge that they're on is not centered. It's off to the side, so you got to be
it's like a little
bit of
desync.
push. I like
Please
the
throw
screens and the
him
lights.
over the tramp.
Just throw him to the other guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I see right now. I wonder if they can like clear.
It looks like you
completely.
definitely could.
You can, huh?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's less of a gap than OVO, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's just like the ones, it's probably 10-foot gap between the two.
But you just need
I
to
think
go
OVO's
higher, I
bigger.
guess.
Yeah.
It looks like if both guys standing on the frames just leaned in and high-fived each other, they could probably actually...
And the interesting thing
Creating
about
ones.
these types of shows compared to like OVO or MJ is they showed up and they have a short creation and then it's a Christmas contract and then that's it. So it's like everything they're doing, they only had max, I think like 2 weeks of rehearsals.
Yeah, and because you hire them individually too, you're not sure which.
Yeah,
one
a lot of
does
these
what,
people
the
have never
strength
worked
and-
together.
Yeah, exactly.
Having to do desyncs or partner stuff and don't know if they're going to be safe or responsible.
It looks very cool though.
Bravo to whoever the lighting designer was for this as well.
Yeah. Are they stepping on the LED panel or is it like deep inside?
I think it's projection, but I'm not 100% sure.
That's trippy.
Maybe it's rear projection, just because I don't see it changing as they go in front of it. You know, like
Yeah.
there's no shadow coming from them.
But
It
they
would
step
block
on it, right?
Yeah, they step on it.
Okay. Oh, here we go.
Oh.
Brani, ball out, come back.
This one was a little close.
Right, the twist. They said they were
A
the
little
twist.
tight on that one.
Props to Luke for going down like that.
Nope.
This guy, I'm pretty sure, had a straight trampoline background.
Oh, wow.
Okay,
Oh,
this
boy.
is
Double
cool.
front.
Oh, boy.
Yes.
Solid.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Had you guys seen that before?
Would you do it?
I'd seen the videos of like some of the training stuff, but not the actual full on.
I found a clip that Scott or Greg have not seen before.
Nice.
Would you do it?
Would I do it?
Like, would you sign a contract for that?
10
Like
years
tomorrow?
ago.
No.
In a different world.
That's
Yeah,
true.
absolutely.
For me-
It looks like a good one.
Give me a mask so nobody can see
Yeah,
me.
right. Exactly. Let me be anonymous. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining me, Greg, and Jake for another Tramp and Trampwall episode of Circus Performers React. We have the video links to all of the videos we reacted to in the description. If you have anything you think we should react to, please leave a comment below. Until next time, take care.
Bye.
Bye.